Hey friend, I'm Wendy McNeil. I'm the founder of Charlie Jane Speakers, and since 2002, I've helped speakers go from, I think I want to speak, to, I just got booked. I'm a Nebraska girl living my dream of working with speakers, and in this podcast, I'm sharing simple strategies and the behind-the-scenes truth about what meeting planners actually respond to. We'll talk about pitches, talk titles, one-sheets, where to find legit opportunities, and the small moves that lead to big results. I'm a wife to my best friend of 35 years, mama to 4 amazing daughters, and nana to 12 grandbabies who totally have Nana's heart. So grab your coffee and let's get into it. Hey there, it's Wendy McNeil here with another podcast. Today, I am going to talk about how to write a talk title that makes event planners stop scrolling. It's going to be an awesome podcast. But first, I'd like to welcome our listeners to our free Facebook group. It is called Breakthrough Public Speakers. Breakthrough Public Speakers. It is an amazing group, my friends. You will not be disappointed. I will leave the link in the show notes. We have speakers in there that I think there's around 20,000-ish. Some are just brand new. They're just kind of thinking about it, and some have been in there for well over 30 years. It's a powerhouse of information and connection, and we share some speaking opportunities also in there. So click the link in the show notes and join us over there. Today I'm talking about how to write a talk title that makes event planners stop scrolling. For years, I smoked. Yes, I actually was a smoker for 26 years. I quit, I think it was 15 years ago. Thank goodness. And, I don't talk about it often, but it's true. And what I remember most about that season of my life isn't really the habit itself. It's just kind of how safe it felt. How safe it felt. How familiar. You reach for that thing right? Even when it isn't serving you, because at least it's comfortable, and at least it's yours. So I think about that sometimes when I work with speakers on their talk titles, because I see it all the time. Speakers clinging to a broad, safe, familiar title that isn't serving them. It's not serving them anymore. Finding your purpose, leading with intention, the power of resilience. Those are beautiful ideas, genuinely, but as talk titles, nah. They blend into every other speaker's page like wallpaper. The comfort of broad is real, and I understand it. When your title is general enough to mean everything, it can't be rejected for being wrong. But here's the quiet cost of that safety. It can't be chosen for being exactly right either. Event planners, and I've been working with event planners and speakers for 24 years. They're scrolling through their speaker options, kind of the same way we would scroll through anything online. Fast, distracted. They're looking for the thing that stops them. And a broad title doesn't stop anyone. A specific, maybe surprising, outcome-driven title does. Here's what makes a talk title work. First, it needs to speak directly to a feeling, or a problem that the audience is already living in. Not a concept, a feeling. I've taught this for years. It needs to be a feeling. They need to feel something. Burnout is a feeling. Disconnection is a feeling. The gap between where I am and where I thought I'd be by now is a feeling. When your title touches something the audience is already carrying, the planner immediately pictures her room, her people, in the room nodding. Second, it needs to promise a shift. Okay? Not just name the problem. Point toward the transformation. From burned out to all in. Does both in 5 words. The clarity method promises an outcome without giving away the whole framework. A great talk title is a door that makes people want to walk through it. Thirdly, and this is the one honestly, that most speakers skip that I've seen. And it needs to be memorable enough to repeat. Event planners pitch speakers to, committees. They have a board. And if your title is forgettable, it gets mangled in translation. If it's specific and vivid, it travels exactly as you intended. And so the day that I put down my last cigarette, I remember thinking, why did I hold on to that for so long? The answer was comfort. But comfort and growth rarely live in the same place at the same time. Your broad title has been comfortable, and I understand that. But there's a more specific, more alive, more bookable version of it waiting. One that actually sounds like the talk you give and the speaker you already are. That's the title worth putting your name on. Come on and work with us inside the Charlie Jane Speakers Club, where we help you find the message that makes event planners stop scrolling and start inquiring. You can check us out over at charliejane.com, CharlieJane.com. And before ending this podcast, I'd like to give our listeners a gift. And this is a list of 50 events that are looking for speakers today, right now. Go and check them out. The link will be in the podcast notes. And see if you're a fit for any and start putting yourself out there. And do check back periodically, because we do change them as the deadlines expire. I would say every couple months-ish. So that is it for today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.